Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. That's why you should think of these sales as gifts. These are what I call macro spasms, and they don't last long. Rates will go down and money will start to flow in. Bitcoin bubble stands out because it is easy to understand and use. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? The author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Hey, Robert Kiyosaki, you poor dad. We want to make the most of this chance. And thank everyone who put their trust in us. We read all of your comments, and the best part is that it's free. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Raoul Pal, the famous investor, CEO, co-founder of Real Vision, and global macro investor, talks about why worries of a recession and market bearishness are not based on facts. You should take advantage of the fact that crypto prices are volatile, and how the business cycle is just starting to pick up again now that central banks are lowering interest rates and making more money available. So the amount of money that moves into ETFs is caused by two things: net inflows and people who arbitrage the futures market. We don't know what that flow was then. They would sell the futures, which were worth more, and then buy the ETF. We don't know what kind of flow it was, but let's say it was net inflows, since yesterday Binance also saw record inflows. I think that the teaching that you, I, Michael Saylor, and everyone else has been doing has helped people start to understand the game. Larry Fink has even talked about the game. The game is losing your purchasing power, but not because of normal CPI inflation. Instead, it's because of this more harmful idea of debasement. I also think that people know and understand that this is a risky type of investment. And I said at the start of the show that people are starting to understand that if we do get sell-offs, that's what I buy. Over the years, that same approach has also worked very well in the Nasdaq. If you have a big stable trend, any dips give you a chance to buy. Solana. What do you think? Solana is quick and cheap, and a lot of new ideas are on the way. There are also a lot of nice, simple apps for people to use. So what makes a blockchain useful? Nice apps that are easy to use and don't cost much. That's why it's really beating all the other chains right now. That's why its value has grown faster than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's why it's been the big surprise of this cycle. It's getting a lot of attention, so I think it will keep going. There is a very fast chain that is very easy to use, and many of the apps are also very user-friendly. There are various chains that can be utilized for various tasks. Ethereum is safe and is likely the one that the banking industry will build on top of, whether it's layer 2s or something else, because it's safe, has been battle-tested, is respected, and is still new. For the most part, Solana looks like it's better for shopping and fast-moving uses. The new Fired Answer part is so fast that maybe even coin exchanges can build on it. So I guess, to be clear for people who are watching, I don't really get this. It's very easy. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are all just private companies that sell space on their blockchain. There are also different block areas that are used for different things and have different properties. That means Bitcoin is the safest. At this point, Bitcoin is the only thing that can really be used with it. In that way, it's great. DeFi, not Ethereum, has been the big thing, and it's clear that NFTs are big, but that's also gone to Solana. These are very useful deals. Ethereum is expected to be the chain of choice for banks that want to send hundreds of billions of dollars to each other. Solana to make a lot of quick deals. It's the best choice. People will find different blockchains that work better for them, whether it's Sui the Mist and Labs blockchain or Avalanche or something else. This could be for games, music, or other uses like turning old Web 2 social networks into Web 3 ones. On August 10, 2020, MicroStrategy bought its first Bitcoin stash. This made it the first publicly traded company to use Bitcoin as its main treasury reserve asset. After 4 years, the risky move has become a key plan for the business that has brought in more money than Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. MicroStrategy had 226,500 BTC worth $13.771 billion in reserves as of August 10, 2024. It bought these coins for an average of $37,000 each. With Bitcoin selling at about $60,500 right now, MicroStrategy has unrealized profits of about $5.39 billion. Even though there have been big gains, Michael Saylor's company has kept its Bitcoin shares and hasn't sold any of its assets. It has said it wants to keep buying Bitcoin, which is shown by the fact that it made its most recent purchase on August 1st. MicroStrategy's stock value has gone up by about 1,000% since August 2020, which is a good sign that the company is buying Bitcoin. That's 1.5 times higher than the returns on Bitcoin and 16.2 times higher than the returns on the S00 and P500 indexes during the same time period. It's interesting that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Class's stock BRKDA has done much worse than MSTR since MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin for the first time. BRK, it has only gone up 104.75% during this time. Buffett's continued dislike of Bitcoin keeps Berkshire from investing in cryptocurrencies. Coin and rat poison squared was what Buffett called it in 2018. The late Charlie Munger, who was close to it, went even further and said that BTC's price would drop to zero, calling it a disgusting product in his 2021 speech. Still, in the past few years, Bitcoin and NSTR have done better than Apple, American Express, and Bank of America, which are Buffett's top 3 stocks. Some traders, on the other hand, have said they want to short MSTR stock because they think it is selling at an unfairly high premium to Bitcoin. There is a billion, and 5,000, or some other number that fits in the middle. It's not worth much, said Salman Trency, who is the chief financial officer at Carousel Capital. For the company to become more valuable, Bitcoin prices need to rise. The company is worth less if they go down. Trades for the company should be worth as much as Bitcoin. We say that you should short the MicroStrategy and buy Bitcoin. In other words, we're getting closer to having another Bitcoin with Solanas. Look, it's likely more than 1,000. For me, the worst-case scenario is $800, the middle case is about $1,200, and the worst-case scenario in a blow-off top is $2,600. I think that all of these big blockchains will be worth many trillions of dollars. This is because they are not just single apps, but whole networks that you can use to build other businesses on top of. Although these are very useful, the apps that use them haven't been made yet. I agree with everything you said. Things aren't going to keep going in this loop. I think this space will grow from 21024 to 11024 by 2032 or 2034. It will go from $2 trillion to $100 trillion in, say, 10 years. That will be the fastest and biggest buildup of wealth in the history of the world. That will be twice as much money as the S&P 500 has made over the last 100 years. Because of this, that's what you should remember as an investment. How can I make the most money and stay in this job for as long as possible? If I asked anyone again, would you have bought NASDAQ in 1990? They would all say yes. No doubt, everyone would have said, hell yes, here it is 1990, not 1999, 1990. Yes, you go. That's where we are now. The NASDAQ in the mid-1990s. I believe it's not really important since the US dollar is the world's main currency. The US does not need to keep other goods on hand. It does have gold in it, but that's because it used to be